So I just spent 2 straight days building this Charlie Day-esque conspiracy board of node trees in Retell, trying to map out every possible customer scenario, every question. I keep changing each node one by one. I'm updating the system prompt. Nothing seems to be working, but I had an idea. What I found is ChatGPT Advanced Voice is really good at rehearsing sales calls. So why couldn't it rehearse directly with this voice agent in Retell? Check this out. Okay, I'm gonna have the sales agent chime in just a second, but I need you to respond briefly, make sure you're ready, and then let it talk. It's gonna say, hi, is this first name? Pretend like your first name, and just proceed with the script that I've laid out.
Absolutely, I'm ready to go. I'll just play along and jump in as if that's my name. Let's do it.
Hi, is this your first name?
Yes, speaking. Go
Hey.
right ahead.
Awesome, thanks.
Great.
It's Claire with SolarLift. You filled out our form a few minutes ago about getting more installs. Does that ring a bell?
Oh yeah, that does sound familiar. Thanks for reaching out. Let's talk about it.
That's great to hear. When things are going well, it usually means the business side is moving along too. How have things been going lately with getting new solar customers?
Actually, it's been a bit up and down. We've had some good weeks, but definitely always looking to get more consistent installs in the pipeline.
So it sounds like consistency is the main thing you're after. Some weeks are strong, but it's hard to keep that steady flow. What's been keeping you busiest lately on the lead gen side?
Yeah, exactly. It's really that steady flow we're after. Lately, we've been juggling a mix of marketing campaigns and trying out different referral approaches. So it's been a bit of everything, just testing the waters.
Got it. So having that steady, reliable flow of installs has really been the bottleneck for you. Honestly, that's super common. We've helped other solar teams in the same spot create a consistent pipeline month after month. Would you be open to a quick call with our team this week to walk through what worked for them?
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty reasonable. I'm definitely
Awesome,
open to a
thanks.
quick call. Let's set something up and see what you've got.
Great. Do you already have a day and time that works best for you, or would you like me to suggest a few options?
Let's go ahead and lock in 4 o'clock. That works perfectly for me. Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. I can't stop laughing. This is so weird. What a world we're living in. I'm just flabbergasted. There's a little bit of latency, and also I need to give chat feedback that it needs to be more pushy and hard of a sell. This is the first time I've tested this live, by the way. This idea literally just came to me, and this is pretty insane. And you can actually do this. It's not just like a funny novelty thing, but I can actually, the way I have programmed this ChatGPT project is it's going to give feedback. We're actually going to be able to go into the node tree here and update all the different nodes and see what went wrong, what went right. So this is actually a really useful tool, as well as being just bananas and hilarious. Oh man, all right, let me show you how to set this up yourself. So the first thing I needed to do was find a way to export this entire conversation flow into this ChatGPT project. So this ChatGPT agent would understand this entire flow, transitions, prompts, system prompts, logic splits, everything. Now, originally I was going to screenshot all of these different nodes and upload and hope that ChatGPT would deduce all the different transitions. But I'm glad I did this. Looking at Retell's documentation, they have an ability to do this with basically your terminal. So I figured terminal's involved. That means we can bring in good old Claude code. I gave Claude all these documents and I said, I need you to fully understand how to do this, all of the dependencies to install, everything that needs to be done to set this up. But you can see how quick this conversation was. Basically running commands, exporting the JSON file. And so we now have, in a few minutes, this entire flow here in JSON. So you can see we have the system prompt, and then we have all of the different scenarios, all the different transitions, this entire conversation flow immediately exported and uploaded right to this agent. The next thing I did was I just wrote a system prompt for this actual AI voice testing agent. Let me just show this to you. It's relatively straightforward. I'll put it in the description below so you can just steal this if you need to, but it's pretty specific to the business. I'll make it more general so you can upload the system prompt and you can update it accordingly for your AI voice agent use case. But the important thing is at the very end, to give feedback and to actually stress test all of these different scenarios. So we had about 5 or 6 scenarios that I wanted it to test. It didn't really get into that in the first demo, but we will take each scenario one by one and it'll give feedback, and then it will tell exactly because it has access to this JSON, it could either update the JSON exactly, or it can just tell me how I need to update it. And what I can do as well is feed it the Retell docs, because in the Retell docs, they also talk about best practices for prompting nodes, for transitions, logic flows, all that kind of stuff. So that's the idea. That's how this AI voice testing agent is set up. Let's see what happens when we ask it for feedback to the AI voice agent. Can you give feedback to the AI voice agent? Be specific. Nodes in the JSON we gave should be updated. Issues noticed. Missing rapport follow-ups if a user is vague. I didn't even notice that, probably because I was just so blown away by the two AIs talking to themselves. It misses an opportunity to dig deeper in rapport. Yeah, definitely. When I asked for late afternoon, the agent offered 1, 2, 3. This is actually something I noticed. Yes, the scheduling. So I have this whole scheduling crazy complex. I had to have callback variables in here. We had to have like conditions if the user gives a time but doesn't give a date, this happens. And I think I actually overcomplicated this, so now I can use the AIs to actually update this JSON and make sure it's configured properly, because I was just doing this manually. I was just like looking at the docs and figuring, okay, I guess I need to create this equation. So you can see how complicated this is right here. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm just gonna copy this, go into Claude, I'm gonna copy this feedback, and I have Claude look at these specific nodes that are mentioned. And then what I can do is I can actually go into Retell and import this new JSON file to have this updated agent. So that about wraps it up. Quick one today. I still can't believe how well that actually worked. Who knew that to make your AI voice agents that much better, all you have to do is get them talking to each other. And I do think the real benefit here too is the feedback that chat just gave. And then how easily we can use something like Claude Code to just update the conversation flow with a JSON file. It's going to save me so much time not having to manually configure every little thing in this whole decision tree. Anyway, send me all the funny interactions the AIs have if you try this yourself. Still kind of at a loss for words that this is the new world we found ourselves in. Just wait till the AIs really start communicating with themselves.